What is up, y'all? This is your girl, brand new, and I'm back in the building for a brief discussion recap on Insecure. This is season 2, and I forgot what episode it is. I'll try to have it in my description. Let's just get off into it. The episode starts off with Issa. Looks like she's out of gas, heads to the gas station, to get her day started. Then they show her, and she goes to Daniel's house. And, oh, y'all, that damn Daniel. Oh. Am I the only person that see his fine chocolate ass and just get excited as hell? I get real excited when it's time for me to see Daniel. He has a beautiful smile. Beautiful chocolate clear face, that body. Oh Lord, have mercy. Child, let me move on because I could talk about that damn Daniel all day. Just sexy as hell though. Anyway, she goes and sees him. And it looks like these two are going to be hanging out. You know what I'm noticing with her and Molly is they both have these pretty distinct relationships with men that they grew up with, because for Molly, that's Dro. And for Issa, that's Daniel, so I'm noticing that, and they both seem very comfortable with the two men that, they are seeing right now. But Issa claims she's on a rotation, so she's not only seeing Daniel, but something tells me these guys, they're going to keep hooking up. So anyways, next we got Molly, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, you guys, she's in Chicago, talking to this black guy. I thought he was pretty funny because he had said that he looks like a black preacher, and he does. He said he's slim thick. I thought that was funny. And he was basically, just trying to counsel her on, hey, did you talk to the bosses about the white guy being paid more than you? And she's like, well, I can't discuss that, so he was also trying to get her to move. He's like, well, you don't have to be there. You can move somewhere else. And so, now Molly is contemplating doing that. Okay, so next, we're back at Daniel's house with Issa, and they are watching a slave movie that Regina Hall is in. The shit is funny when it comes on. It just looks so weird. Anyways, Daniel is all over Issa, and I'm just like, ooh, Issa, ooh, you are such a lucky woman. Like, he is like nibbling all on her ear. Just, oh my God, let me try to hold it together. That damn Daniel, fine as hell. And they show his body, child. Woo, yes. Anyways, he ends up telling Issa he's going to get some tacos, but at first he notices that Issa is heading home, and that was a little moment right there where it looks like Daniel has feelings for Issa, and I'm pretty sure she has feelings for him. She's just trying to mask them and trying to just play it cool because, she just doesn't want to keep getting in her feelings. And that's how a lot of us women are. Once we loved and lost and went through a whole bunch of shit with men, it's not so much you want to go on a rotation like what Issa is doing, but you just want to have fun, kind of dibble over here, dabble over here, just see what life brings you in these men, just seeing what's out here. So Issa is just having a good time, but it really does look like Daniel is he's falling for her. Next, they show Lawrence, and he is going on a jog with look like his co-workers. And so next you got Molly and Issa. They are getting some flowers together for her parents' vowel renewal that's coming up. And Molly is just asking her, well, why don't you come? And Issa's like, no, I have a work retreat I have to do. And then while her and Molly are talking, Daniel keeps blowing up her phone. He's texting her. You want to hang out later? And, she's just like, no, I'm busy. I got something to do. And then Molly is asking her about this. She's like, oh, you guys are back talking again? And Issa's like, yeah, you know, we having a little bit of fun. We just, FWH, you know. No, not FWH. Yeah, it's FWF. Friends Who Fuck. That's what it is. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little tired. But, yeah, that's pretty much what they talk about. So, next we got Lawrence. He's at jury duty, and he gets a text from Derek, who is asking him about, you know, coming to his birthday. He still doesn't have any plans. And then next we see Lawrence on his phone, looking at the bigger girl. I done forgot her motherfucking name, y'all. Looking at her, and Lawrence says, you know, she's crazy. She's on social media talking about some fucking hot peppers or something. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's funny. Anyways, next you have Issa. Looks like she is at her work retreat. And her coworker is acting kind of funny with her. And I believe that the coworker is acting funny with her because Issa keeps letting, you know, that prejudice principle get away with stuff, and the white girl don't like it because she feel like, oh, it's okay when black people do it to white people, but you know, and Issa's just like, well, you should let it go. You shouldn't be the one to point that out. You know, it's not a big deal. You know, she's acting passive about it, and the white girl's kind of irritated with it. You know, so that's pretty much what's going on with them. She's acting a little bitchy with Issa because she don't feel like Issa is really taking the situation serious. Okay, so next we got Dro and Molly. They're at her parents' house, and they're pretty much, you know, talking and catching up from the other night where he wanted to hook up with her and, you know, hang out. And he was like, she was like, well, I know we both were really drunk. And he was like, I wasn't all that drunk, you know. I meant what I said. And, you know, Dro really gives me Shock G from the Humpty Humpties. Like his whole voice, the way he talks, his color, everything. Okay, so next we have Lawrence. He's back in the courtroom, and he's looking at pictures of Daniel. Because he had found a picture of him and Issa in the background. They had all took a picture, and it got put on social media. So he sees Issa and Daniel in the background talking, and he's all just looking at it, kind of flipping out, like, why is she still talking to dude? This is the dude, you know, she cheated on me with. Like, what is going on? But Lawrence, how you go trip when you been fucking around with Tasha and you having threesome? So you jealous of what Issa is doing? Go get your woman back and stop the bullshit. Okay, so next we have Molly. She is at her mom's house. And her parents are there. They're all over each other. And, you know, it looked like she has some type of interaction, you know, with her brothers, where they kind of going back and forth, cracking jokes with each other. And next we got Issa. She is meeting up with the Latino guy. You know, about to have some drinks. They end up talking about her liking the Marvel comics, and, you know, I think he said he more or less likes Disney or something, and they go back and forth on that. In the meantime, Daniel was texting her. He's saying, I just got home, you go come through. So Daniel is kind of in a mode of, you know, he wants to see Issa, and on a regular basis, it looks like, and Issa's just like, I can't, you know, something came up. So that's pretty much what happened with her and the guy. And next, Issa is back at work. Daniel was texting her. And I guess they plan on getting back, you know, hooking back up. Issa says, I'm sorry I missed you last night. And then Daniel was saying she can make it up to him. So, you know, like I said, it's coming off like Daniel is more invested than Issa. I know that Issa cares for him, But who do you guys think Issa wants to be with? You think her heart is still with Lawrence, or do you feel like she should be with Daniel since he's more familiar and he's more on his shit, whereas Lawrence, he just now getting his shit together? You know, who do you feel like would be better for her? At first, I kind of thought Daniel was like just a playboy, but I don't know. He may be giving Lawrence some competition, a little bit of run for his money. Because at first it was like, oh, I could just see Issa and Lawrence. But now it's kind of looking like Daniel may be the one for her too. I can't make up my mind. I really want her and Lawrence to be together because I feel like that's what Issa wants. And that may be who she's been in a relationship with. And when you've been with the person, you know, in a relationship, it's just like, I don't know. There's a reason why she was with Lawrence and not Daniel. You know, maybe she feels her and Daniel are just friends. She doesn't really want to mess it up. They've already messed it up through sex. So, you know, I don't know, you guys. Okay. So next, Issa is back at work where her co-worker that feels Frida, the lady, she feels that the guy is being racist, that girl. It's funny because they have to choose partners for an assignment, and Frida doesn't want to pair with Issa. She's still upset. She's still holding a grudge towards Issa. And Issa ends up working with another young lady. So that's pretty much what happens with that. Y'all, her little work situation is very confusing about what they're trying to do. I know what they do, but it's just like, I don't know. They don't explain a lot. You got to try to make out what the fuck is going on with that. Okay, so next we got Molly, and she has a date at the vowel renewal, and Dro is there. And he comes with his parents, because I believe he said that they like live down the street or across the street, something like that. You know, they're just all so close. So she's chatting with them, and then she ends up introducing her date. She doesn't even know what he does. She ends up saying the wrong title of what he does. He corrects her, and Dro is just laughing like, this girl is fronting. Molly, you was fronting your motherfucking ass off, bitch. Because you know motherfucking well you're not interested in your date. You want to give them panties to Dro, honey. I see you. I see you really well, honey. So next we have Lawrence. He is sitting up with Derek. And Derek breaks it to him like, look, when you and Issa was together, it was not just Issa's fault. You know, because Lawrence is still trying to play victim at the fact that he can't believe that Issa is still talking to Daniel, you know, and he's the reason why they didn't broke up, because she cheated with Daniel. And Derek is just like, listen, you know, she's not the only one that was wrong. For 2 years, you sat your ass on the couch and you wasn't doing nothing with yourself. So, of course, this outside guy is going to look more appealing than you are, you know. So, no, I'm not saying it was right what she did, but, you know, you were a part of the breakup too that broke you two up. And, you know, Lawrence, you know, he listens to him. So that's pretty much what happens with that. So next it looks like Molly is, you know, still at the vow renewal. And she's talking to her brother. And they're just talking about, you know, her date, and he's talking about the woman he's with who is a stripper. Mainly what I'm getting from this, you guys, is Molly has a outlook on relationships where everything is going to be perfect. Where, you know, her mom and dad has been together forever, and she just sees them as they've been together forever. They've never had any problems. They never went through stuff. You know, real relationship stuff that couples go through. And Molly is like learning that in this episode, because Molly is the this shouldn't be happening type person. She is the that shouldn't have happened. Everything should be like this. You could kind of tell, you know, how she dates and stuff. She has this like childlike mindset about things. And I think Molly had to grow up in this episode and realize people are not perfect. So anyways, Issa ends up kind of calling her brother and kind of discussing her co-worker and saying how the co-worker feels that she's purposely leaving out all the Latinas out in their project that they're doing. And he's like, why are you doing that? And Issa's like, well, I'm not doing that. And she ends up getting off the phone with him because she's irritated that he doesn't understand what she's talking about. And it was funny. She ends up getting some kind of text from, it looked like Neighborhood Bay, the guy that she was messing with in her neighborhood. And I'm thinking that's him. And then Issa says, yeah, I'm hella bored. And then he's like, oh, you bored? Well, you know, why don't you shoot me a video? Send me a video. And so she's trying to be all sexy in the mirror. She lifts her shirt up. And then a woman comes in. And then Issa act like she's screening for cancer. Funny as shit. The lady was like, gross. I thought that shit was so motherfucking funny. Okay, so next, like Issa, no, next is Molly. They shoot these, you guys, like back and forth. They'll show Molly, they show fucking Issa. Okay, so next we have Molly. She ends up talking to her aunts. And they're kind of giving her the tea like, listen, I shocked your parents have been together for 35 years. You know, he put my sister through some shit. You know, he cheated on her. And Molly is like finding out all this out because she's always had this ideal picture of her parents' marriage. She never really knew of what they went through. And a lot of marriages that last 20 and 35 years, you're going to go through some things. It's going to be good days, bad days. In any relationship, you're going to have days you want to give up. You know, relationships are not perfect. You have to work through them. If you really love the person, you have to work through any issue you guys have. And Molly does not understand that. She really feels like their relationship is so perfect, and maybe that's why her relationships have failed, because she doesn't see that things have to come together and you have to make things happen and hang in there, you know. So anyways, that's what's going on with Molly. Then they show Issa, she's talking to her potential bae while she's in the car, texting while driving. He sends a dick pic, and then she ends up running her car into the car in front of her. Next, Molly is talking to her brothers, like, is it really true? Did dad really cheat on mom? And he's just like, yeah, you know, they went through some things and they worked them out. She ends up seeing her parents, and because she's being all loud, like, I'm not gonna be a part of this fake ass shit. So they trying to calm her down, and she's like, Mom, you just stay. You just put up with what Dad did. And Molly sees her mom as somebody that just puts up with cheating, not seeing her mom as a woman who's with a man that made a mistake, and she chose to stick by her man. You cannot, in a relationship, if you really want your relationship to work, you cannot leave over every little thing, because you have to be honest, you're not really with that person. If you have one isolated reason for why you would leave a relationship, then you're not really with the person. I'm not sitting up here condoning cheating, but you can't just, oh, he cheated on me, I'm done. Oh, he left the windows down in the car, I'm done. Oh, he didn't respond to me back, I'm done. You can't do that. You have to learn to, you're going to have to put up with stuff in relationships. And what I learned from Molly's character is she's not used to that. She's used to things just looking perfect. And she's realizing through Dro and his open marriage and through her parents that have had issues and worked them out, relationships are not perfect. They're messy, and you have to make them work. You have to be determined to make your relationship work if you really love somebody. So anyway, Molly is fed up. She's upset with her parents. Her brother feels like her life is a lie. And she can't believe her dad, who she's had on this pedestal, has cheated on her mom. So next they show Issa getting her car towed, and she's really tripping out over the damage to her car. She calls up Daniel, and he's going to come down and help her out, you know. And Issa, honey, if you're fucking a man and you have an emergency, you should be able to call him. So you did the right thing. Okay. So anyways, next we have Lawrence. He's still looking at Daniel's page. He's looking at Issa's page. He's trying to put two and two together. He's jealous. He's in his feelings. And really, Lawrence should just reach out to Issa, because I feel like she wanted you back, and you should just go back, be with your woman. Because if you keep letting all this time go by, Lawrence, she's going to end up being with Daniel. I mean, it's going to be a wrap on y'all. So I would get it together, honey, and stop being so stubborn. So next we have Dro. He had, helped Molly out because she was so upset when she left her parents' house. And I guess he's driving her car or whatever, trying to get her, to calm down. And she's just like, well, my dad, I just can't believe, he did that to my mom. And I just, she's not understanding things. And Dro is really trying to explain things, trying to get her to calm down, And he's letting her know, hey, I'm on your side. But she don't really want to hear his opinion. She just wants to hear that he's on her side. So that's how that went. So next you got Issa and Daniel. She's hugging Daniel and just saying, well, I just want to make sure, we on the right page. I'm seeing other people. You're seeing other people. And Daniel was like, yeah, that's right. And you can kind of tell that Daniel is just seeing Issa. He really wants more from Issa, but it's kind of like, I'm not going to play my cards that kind of way if you don't feel the same way. So that's pretty much, how that is. And Issa's just like, well, yeah, I just want to have this talk because I want to make sure, we're on the right page. I don't want to be saying one thing and doing another. I don't want to go back to what we did in the past. I want to be upfront about everything. So I felt like that was mature of Issa. But at the same time, I'm like, bitch, if that's how you feel, just do it. Just do you. Because Issa, men don't explain. They don't explain shit. You could be a friends with benefits and they ain't gonna have no discussion with you about it. You just would be in that category. So, but like I said, I respect her honesty with coming at Daniel like that. So next we got Dro and Molly. He's walking her to her door. And honey, that motherfucking Molly was all sad and pitiful. But I knew, Molly, I knew you would be giving up them draws, gal. I knew you would be giving up them draws. I could tell because you kept thinking about Dro's ass. But anyways, Dro goes to walk away and say goodbye, and Molly grabs him up, and next I saw, honey, they was fucking, yes, they was getting it in, honey. Oh, chocolate and vanilla, just going at it, honey. I was like, get it, Molly. I know you ain't had no wiener in a while, girl. Go on and get it. Yeah, very good episode of Insecure, you guys. I fucking love this show. I hate when it goes off. I want more. I cannot wait till they make this shit an hour. But anyways, y'all, it's your girl, brand new. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will check y'all later.